Classic Peppa. Oh, Peppa, you mischievous swine. Oh, excuse me, just doing a little light reading. Oh man, some of these summer afternoons, I get kind of sleepy. I forget to have my morning Mountain Dew, and then I'm left just about on the brink of slumber. Just reading this Peppa's First Sleepover, a truly fine piece of literature. Welcome back to Do Reviews, everybody. I am your host, James Scott. Help myself to a chip while I'm in here. Good chip, by the way. Honestly, kind of better than Pringles now that Pringles did away with trans fat. Of course, that was over like a decade ago. There's no trans fat in these. They just taste better for some reason. But yeah, here we are. We are here to discuss two new dews. Two new Baja variants for the summer. We already got Summer Freeze. I thought that would be it, but nope. They came out, gave us two more dews to enjoy. Got a Baja Passion Fruit Punch. Passion fruit was a flavor that had not been tapped into. Kind of a major one. Although really you don't see a lot of passion fruit sodas or drinks at all out there. At least popular ones. Glad they took a chance on it though. Then we also have even a more niche flavor, honestly. Guava. Caribbean splash for that one. Only guava drink I think I've had is Jarritos. It is part of their lineup. Very good from what I remember. Not one of the easier Jarritos to find, since guava I don't think is considered to be part of their most popular core set of 3 Jarritos that you find at Mexican restaurants and stuff. In my area, at least. But yeah, we'll get going on these in a second. Yeah, I really need to get started soon. I'm going to conk out. Sorry, I thought I heard my back door open for a second. I was under the impression I was home alone. Hopefully that's the case. I usually try to be home alone when I film these. So, okay, I definitely heard something. Oh, dear Christ.
Good afternoon, you insignificant stack of feces. I am the Sleep Sultan, emissary of the gods of slumber, and by the power vested in me, I have come to condemn you to sleep eternal.
Wow. I'm pretty sure you're just some guy that spent $2 at Party City and broke into my house, but okay. Now is not a great time. I do gotta ask, what's with the Z, though? Are you a big fan of Zorro or something?
Who?
You know, the Zorro, horseman known as Zorro, Hispanic vigilante character.
Never heard of him.
I mean, it doesn't really matter if you've heard of him. You're kind of copying his thing. I mean, I guess he didn't have it on his forehead like Harry Potter or nothing, but, like, there's such a thing as copyright laws. You realize that.
Shut up! It's supposed to represent sleep, you know. As in, what you're about to be doing for the rest of your existence? For all eternity?
Alright, yeah, it's just the Sleep Sultan. I would have expected maybe 2 S's. Well, I guess that was taken by ships and Nazis, but maybe S squared or...
Shut up!
Alright, sorry, Mr. Sultan. Is that what you want me to call you? Mr. Sultan or the Sultan, Sleep Sultan? The Sultan, our stars. Do you have a last name? Is it Pepper? Salt and Pepper? Hey.
What? No, I don't have a last name.
Really? I mean, most people have a last name unless you're like, what, Bono and Cher.
Well, fine, it's Johnson. It just doesn't really flow well, so I didn't include it.
Oh, that is pretty generic. Do you even have a Sultan's credentials, or did you just decide you were a Sultan? I don't think that's how it works.
I have the credentials to kick your ass if you don't shut up!
Jeez, man, you're so hostile. I don't get why you picked me specifically to harass. Like why me? Was there any reason that you picked me? Is it because I was already tired, easy pickings, or like why me? Is there a reason?
Well, not really. I was in the area. I was getting a cone down at Grater's Ice Cream.
Ah, Grater's, nice. Yeah, on High Street. What flavor did you get?
That's none of your business, you unsightly worm.
Jeez, could you start just toning it down a little? I asked you about ice cream.
Yes, well, I'm not really in the business of being compassionate, you snail. Now prepare yourself for sleep eternal.
Yeah. Well, tell you what, how about let me have a quick sip of this and, I'm all yours.
What is that? Is that the new Mountain Dew Baja Passion Punch?
Why, yes, it is.
Don't you dare pop that tab! I'm warning you, Sonny, not one sip.
I'm going in.
Oh, drat. Oh, my spells are useless against all that caffeine. I'll be back, you meddling mortal. Mark my words.
Markham, huh? You want me to do that with a Z, or?
Oh, that's really humorous. Bah!
Well, we got rid of him for now, thank God. Now back to that sip I just drank. Woo, that's pretty nice. Let's do it again, now that we can focus more intently on what we're actually experiencing here. Yeah, that is pretty solid. It fits the tropical vibe of Baja. The only passion fruit I think I've actually eaten in my life is canned passion fruit in kind of like a syrup cocktail mix. I'm not sure I've ever actually experienced it by itself and been able to appreciate what it has to offer when it's standing solo. It's not a crazy good flavor, but it is different and it's refreshing. So I think that's everything a Baja should be, right? It's not mind-blowing or nothing like that, but for a limited edition flavor, it's kind of just what I'm looking for. I'm feeling 8.25, but I'm going to decide after another sip here. Could be more of an 8. It's got a lot of good, like, tart flavor in there. Not as sweet as Summer Freeze, but more sweet than, like, your standard Dew, for example. Looks like we're dealing with 44 grams of sugar. Interestingly, I think that the standard Dew has 46, so it's technically less sweet than that, but it tastes more sweet to me, so I don't know. Take that as you will. Yeah, it's good, though. Seems like it would taste good with tacos. I don't think they're selling this at Taco Bell like the original Baja, but wouldn't be a bad idea while supplies last. Yeah, got a nice design on this. Let's run it through the fart test. The flavor for F is going to be, I think we want to do an 8 right now. 8.25 seems a little too high at this time for an initial tasting. Excuse me. As far as art goes, I haven't actually looked too closely at this. I guess we got some passion fruit halves floating through midair there. I didn't really know what they looked like in their natural habitat. I guess that's what they look like. A bit pomegranate-esque. You got a helmeted bird with star sunglasses in the upper left. How could you not love that? Yeah, not the most... Oh, sorry, I missed out on this. Looks like maybe a gator with spelunking gear. By spelunking, I mean snorkeling. I apologize. Still tired, but not as tired as the sleep Sultan was hoping I was, in order to place me in a forever coma. Yeah, sorry, Buster. Not today. Got a review to finish. Yeah, besides that, you got a few... It might be a jellyfish with passion fruit seeds in it. Yikes, that's kind of unsettling. But yeah, art is it's not the best I've seen, but it's not the worst. It's going to be an 8 as well. Kind of a middle-of-the-road do, I guess, all things considered. But we haven't considered everything, actually. We haven't considered R, the repeatability. I see it being pretty good, because for a unique flavor, you don't want to cast judgment too quickly. So I'm putting a 8 out there with an asterisk for the F, flavor-wise. It could rise to maybe... I don't see it getting above like an 8.5, but it could get there. Repeatability is high. I would put it at a 9. I want to drink this more and kind of get my thoughts better organized. T. What is T? The title. Baja Passion Punch. Very simple. You got the name of the fruit in the title, and then you got punch. That's pretty lame, actually. I mean, not every title has to be like super out there, like electrical or emergency, like Code Red, Live Wires. Passion Fruit Punch, it tells you what you're getting. So, yeah, okay. It's perfunctory. It's like a 5, I guess. Yeah. So I'm glad this exists. I'm glad I came out with this other one here, which we'll try soon. Although I think, man, after that whole business with the sleep salt, I'm kind of that was a lot to deal with. I could kind of use some time off from the whole reviewing scene. So I may drink this second one tomorrow, but I'll probably put it in the same video overall. So I will see you then for more new reviews. Ta-ta for now. And we are back. Hello. It has been 24 hours, if you can believe it, since I drank that passion punch. Man, that thing really, it packed a punch, conveniently. I haven't slept since then. Admittedly, I'm starting to get a little tired now. It's wearing off. Haven't fallen asleep yet, though. I'm kind of on my guard ever since that incident yesterday with you-know-who. In fact, speaking of you-know-who, he actually left this, I'm pretty sure this was him. There was a note on my bed that I found when I stepped out for a second and came back. It reads as follows. I will get you when you least expect it. It's not signed, but I mean, who else would have left that there, right? The Muffin Man? I don't know. So yeah, we are back to drink the Caribbean Splash. Okay, I definitely locked all my doors last night. Because I didn't lock the windows. I don't usually do that. I don't think he's back. He wouldn't come back soon. He wouldn't come back that soon, right? I don't think so. Okay. Oh, you're here to talk. Oh my god, he is here.
Como estas, asshole?
Well, 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 look who's back with a brand new look, apparently.
Back? What do you mean? We've never met.
I'm sorry, you're telling me you are not, in fact, the Sleep Sultan that I just met 24 hours ago? Same height, same eyes, same cloak? What are you supposed to be, then?
Oh, I'm your new housemaid, Mrs. Mrs. PlayStation 2.
Excuse me?
Mrs. Stacks. I'm Mrs. Stacks. That's what I meant to say. Mrs. Stacks.
Mrs. Stacks, huh? Well, I didn't request your services, and it is kind of convenient that this is sitting right here, I would say, given that it's called Stacks Original. I don't suppose you mind if I looked at your forehead.
My forehead? Why?
Oh, I don't know. I just kind of had a hunch there might be a Z on it.
Oh, I've got a pimple on it. I'd rather not show it to you. It's a little engorged with pus at the moment.
Show me your forehead, Mrs. Stacks.
Oh, fine, here it is. You happy now? It's me. It's me, the Sleep Sultan, back again. Because I couldn't get you the first time because you drank that blasted Baja punch and ruined everything. Well, it's not going to work this time. You drank it all. It's gone. And now I've got you right where I want you.
Oh, well, what can I say? I guess you got me with my pants down this time. Boy, it's just a shame I didn't have a whole nother can of Mountain Dew with me.
Oh, for the love of shit, don't tell me that's the Caribbean Splash.
Yeah, that is Baja Caribbean Splash. How about that?
I wouldn't drink that if I were you. It's from the Caribbean. Probably tastes like Jack Sparrow's waterlogged stockings. Yes.
Well, that's kind of immaterial. I got to drink it anyway for the review. But if you must know, it is guava.
Oh, what even is guava anyway? Does anyone really know? It was probably grown by the Illuminati in a lab.
No, I'm pretty sure it's just a fruit that tastes good, and we're about to find out.
Oh, don't! May the gods damn you! Oh, you people make my job so difficult. Oh, they'll have my head for this. Oh, curse you, James Scott, and your stupid Mountain Dews! Oh.
Yeah, sorry to burst your carbonated bubble, as it were. That's not bad. All right, well, now that he or she or whoever is gone, let's focus more on what we're tasting here. First impressions are pretty good. I have had, if I didn't mention already, the Guava Jarritos in the past, and I think I thought it was pretty solid. I think I remember liking it a bit more than this, This is not bad, but it is also just not really, it's not sending my taste buds to the moon like the Summer Freeze did. I've been drinking a lot of that. I need to restock on that actually before it's gone. I might have waited too long already. But yeah, first impressions are comparable to the passion fruit one, certainly. They almost taste kind of the same to me, but that is probably just me already having short-term memory loss as to how the passion fruit tasted. I tell you what, I got a bit left in this can, I'll be honest. So I am going to drink them back and forth and see what distinctions I can identify. Okay. This one seems like it activates the taste buds on the front of the tongue more. Is that possible? Am I imagining that? Let me try this one again. This one hits me more towards the middle. Interesting. I do get the punch aspect. There probably are other elements in there besides just the fruit. Well, I don't know. It doesn't mention other fruits being involved, but I feel like they both kind of have a pineapple-y finish that I am probably just imagining, but I do feel like it might be there. Wonder how they would taste combined, honestly. Do we dare to try to take a dual sip at the same time? I really don't want to make a mess on my parents' carpet. Hold on. So I got some of that in my mouth, haven't swallowed it yet. Results, inconclusive. They kind of just, it tasted more like the one I drank second. This is about the same though. This is about an 8 with room for improvement. It's kind of different, although, boy, I hesitate to wish for more sweetness in these. But I do feel like my favorite dews in recent history have been the ones that really just like took no prisoners with the sugar. They just really went whole hog and gotcha right on the tongue. It is good though. I find it refreshing. I find myself not wowed, but pleased by the taste. Let's run it through the fart scale. The flavor pretty much is just what we were talking about for a few minutes. Flavor it's good. I would definitely drink it again. Maybe even now. Hey, check this out. Yeah. So there's that. Yeah, flavor is an 8 for now. I think we've covered that pretty well already. The art. What do we got? We got a nice tree frog here, slurping something. We got a volcano in the background. That's actually also a feature of the passion fruit can, although with a different color scheme. At the bottom, we got some guava split open. Yeah, they kind of look like a pear with a watermelon interior. That's interesting. I've actually never had real guava in my life. Should put that on my to-do list. Wonder where you can get that. I'm sure some of you know. Maybe some of you are even guava fiends, hoarding it in your homes right now and not sharing with me. How freaking dare you? Is that a pufferfish with a guava bling necklace? That's creative. This one I think beats the passion fruit art by a narrow margin. Maybe a not so narrow margin. This is more like a 9 maybe. I like what they did here. The color scheme is kind of similar to the Flamin' Hot, but there's more orange I think in the Flamin' Hot. Yeah, I like this. This is the better art package between the two. They're both good though. Don't get me wrong. Honestly, look at any other pop. Like, what other pop tries this hard to make an interesting can design? Very few. Some, but very few. Moving on to repeatability, we are also at a 9 for this one. I'm going to be drinking more of these as much as I can to determine my final rating for each before they go away forever. Because they are pretty specific flavors. I kind of doubt that we'll see them again. They are just kind of one and done, depending on the summer of the year. They come, they leave, and then you miss them. There are even some pretty not amazing flavors that I still do miss. Like, I think my least favorite that they've ever put out was Supernova. But I did not... Some people really love Supernova. I just never really gave myself time to get acclimated to its unique taste. It was a unique one. That was still back at the time when I thought Voltage was not deserving of the win against Revolution, and I've kind of changed my tune on that. Voltage is pretty top tier. S tier, as the YouTubers say. Yeah. So, we have title. What do we got? Caribbean Splash. That's better than Passion Fruit Punch. It actually does not mention guava in the title. You have to find that in the subtext there. Is that the right word? I think it was. Caribbean Splash. Sure, that's decent. It makes you feel like you're at the beach, you're chilling in the sun, snapping your fingers apparently. Is that something beach people do? I've not been to the beach in over a decade. I really don't get out much, as you can tell from my complexion. But yeah, trying to change that this summer. Maybe get out, drink these dews in the outdoor realm for once. It's probably easier to see the Sleep Sultan approaching outdoors as well. It's wider, more space to look around and see people encroaching on your position. But yeah, Caribbean Splash. Title, did I rate the title? Title's 8.5, I think. There's better titles, but it's still, it's good. It's good enough. So yeah, a nice little pair of Bajas for the summer again. This is what, our third batch of unique Bajas? Is it only the second? I know we had a batch last year. But yeah, any excuse I'll take to have more seasonal dews. Yeah, I'm all for it. I support it. I guess we've covered pretty much everything. Thanks again to Ritz for having a box which I was able to take apart and block the entryway light with. And thanks to all of you for watching. If you made it this far, I am impressed. You can, of course, really prove to me that you made it this far, but tell me and maybe I'll believe you. You never know. But yeah, this has been James Scott signing off. And do remember to watch out for the Sleep Sultan or Mrs. Stacks or whoever he happens to be masquerading as on any given day. Peace.